Welcome to the Powerful Komiksman podcast. Woo!
All right.
So we are doing another Jamcast for tonight. I am very honored to have this guy sitting right across the table, and I've been asking him for several months. Pero sa wakas natuloy na rin, so masaya ako. And then, but first, if you're new to this program, the Powerful Komiksman podcast is a podcast. It's long form, and we're gonna talk about everything that you don't usually hear in Pinoy media, in internet, and especially in social media, man, di ba? Parang and especially with my guest tonight, I'm sure this is gonna be an epic episode. And let's just check kung anong nangyayari if nagtuloy ang ating broadcast. Wait lang I'm just checking if the live stream is on. We're gonna be doing ayun, okay na siya. Wait. Let's just make sure. Okay. It's say hi, join the conversation. If you have questions for me or to my guest, just comment it, and please like and share this live stream or when you see it later to support Pinoy podcasting and support OPM, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this program is brought to you by Miucha Lux Cakes. Ayan, nakalagay. Meron na akong banner for Miucha Lux. It's at hello.miucha on Instagram. We're gonna be in no, we're not gonna be in Mandala Park tomorrow. Pero we sell cookies and donuts there. Next week, we're gonna be in Mandala Park in Shaw Boulevard, right beside Pure Gold.
All right.
Visit us there, say hi. That's it. Yun lang. Nino Mendoza.
Hey.
What's up, Nino? I'm finally thank you for coming over, and
You're welcome. Thank you also for inviting me.
Yeah, so what's up?
Well, what's going on is that I try to keep things consistent.
Uh-huh.
And I like where I am right now, so therefore I want to stay in this kind of lifestyle. So, and of course, as much as possible, I try to make the right decisions, not only for me, but the people around me, and for the future.
What do you mean by that? By that lifestyle? Because
actually, my lifestyle right now is 100% focused with music, of keeping the gigs consistent, keeping my gigs busy. It's actually basic stuff with anybody who has the time for it and who is passionate enough to pursue. So while I'm allowed today, in the present, to live this kind of life, to pursue my music 100%, then I will do it as long as I could, because who knows, one day, God forbid, I might not be able to have 100% focus on what I'm doing right now due to priorities, right?
Just to
and every priority, I believe, is must be respected, whether it be who you are in life. If that's what you prioritize, then so be it. I mean, you drive your own plane, right?
Yeah.
Diba? Diba? Who's driving your plane? That song of the Rolling Stones, diba?
Oh.
That we drive our own plane. We are in control of our own destiny.
Destiny, man.
Right? That's why I said, I try to make the right decisions, because decisions really matter.
Yeah. So let me just introduce you a little bit more properly. So Nino is, of course, the front man of the blues band Blue Jean Junkies, and you've been around for a while now in doing the rounds in the bars and in the music.
Yeah, up and down. Sometimes, there are times when where I was pretty much indulged in being recreational.
Can you hit the effects? The effects. No, the
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry about
All
that.
right, that's okay. So recreational.
So yeah, there was a time when I indulged in being a bit too recreational till I wallowed and got lost in it because it was fun until it wasn't that much fun anymore due to my wrong decisions. No regrets. No regrets, Coyote. So
By recreational, you meant drugs, right?
drugs,
Yeah.
drugs, liquor, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you live the life.
Totally nothing wrong with it. It's just the wrong decisions of man. I believe if one gets caught up in too much fun and that, I have fallen and I can't get back up in the saddle. Or, no, I'd like to stay here because it's real groovy, man. Here, being in this, because, the trick, it's very cunning and baffling being caught up in a vicious cycle. Because why is it cunning and baffling? Because there's personal justification why I need this.
How did you get caught in that cycle in the first place?
My decisions. And
When you were,
I believe
how young were you when it started?
what do you mean? Like, tell you what,
Okay.
I'll break it down. I'll break it down.
Okay.
Maybe, before 12 years old or 12 years old, because of the records that they sell in Quad, in Shoe Mart in Quad, and you see that, you pass by Camela, and then you just 99.5 RT listening to it, and you see these records of Ace 74, Jailbreak, AC/DC, Black Sabbath. Yeah, and when I browse through the records and see these Uriah Hip Abomino, it's like, what the hell are these? Kiss, Animalize just came out. Whatever it is, that was the start of my passion. And then, with the drugs and alcohol that came along with it, goes with the territory, it was curiosity. This all didn't happen in one day or 1 year. This all happened like around 28 years. So anyway, it started with curiosity. Then it became social. After the stage of being social, because hey, I want to belong, and because I like this. It's with the music. I need this. After social, it became habitual, and after habitual, it became addicting.
When did it started getting
After
addicted?
addicting, after addiction, it became dependency.
Oh, man.
There's another stage pa after addiction. This is my story. I'm not saying this is the end all and be all answer to this. I know the answer. I'm just speaking out of what I experienced.
Of course.
After addiction, there's dependency, and after dependency is a self-destructive romantic relationship with you and your music and guitar.
All right.
Then, hey, that's the time. I'm gonna quote Ozzy on this one. Where's the Missy? Tell the Missy I've fallen and I can't seem to get back up. God damn it. Ozzy, that's the way he is. I mean, Who doesn't like Ozzy? Everybody freaked out with Ozzy, right? Okay, you know what? My ADD is kicking in, so...
That's okay, man. That's okay. That's okay.
Now we're on to Ozzy.
You, I suppose you can say that. So it seems like you've always wanted to be a musician, to lead this path. Kasi until now you're doing it, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang although you've had road bumps along the way, you're back now and you have released albums or singles. Or...
Can I add to that?
Oh, yeah.
I just realized yesterday, if I do what I don't want to do, I can fail. But if I do what I love, then it doesn't matter if I fail or not because I did what I loved.
Yes, amen.
Right? So in the end, it's no regrets.
Yeah, it's
Wait.
better you try than than to never find out.
There's a song. It's true. I do agree with that 100%. I do agree with you. What's that song? There's a song of Joan Baez where she says, "No regrets, Coyote." Coyote. Yeah. That. She has a song named Coyote. I'm not too familiar with it. I just saw it in the Rolling Thunder Netflix of Martin Scorsese, which is a documentary on Bob Dylan's Rolling Thunder. And gosh, I recommend everybody to watch that. Whoever loves music, he's there with Patti Smith. Even Beth Midler's there, Allen Ginsberg, Mick Ronson. When David Bowie broke up the Spiders from Mars and went to Berlin, what's this? Parang sinalo siya ni Bob Dylan, gitarista ni Bowie. But anyway, going back here, this is your program.
No. Go ahead. Just keep talking.
Okay. Anyway, yeah.
I'm listening.
I enjoyed that movie in Netflix. So,
what's the title?
Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder Review.
Okay.
It's a Bob Dylan documentary.
Oh, I've seen that.
Directed by Martin Scorsese.
I've seen that. Hindi ko pa lang nabubuksan. Tamad akong manood ng Netflix.
Oo nga. Oo nga, pero I just subscribed to Netflix just this Feb.
Really?
And you know what? I don't regret.
Well, there's a lot of good shit in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
There's
a lot
lots.
of good shit. Yeah, a lot of good shit and a lot of... It's like... Since I don't go out anymore that much, I only go out whenever I gig or have a meeting.
Oh, really?
Or only if I...
Podcasting?
Some importance. I feel something I feel that's important to my life, I go out of the house and do it. So, other than that, I enjoy watching Netflix.
Yeah.
Because I learn. I feed my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also...
With porn. No, with things that are substantial.
You watch documentaries, more documentaries or series? Which ones do you prefer?
Depends. Documentary, if I like what's being documented, like Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Series. What series did I watch recently? I like the sense of humor in Californication.
Oh, okay.
I like that. It's more reality.
Okay.
And aside from that, what else is there?
How about podcasts? Have you delved into watching and listening to podcasts? Not really.
Not until now.
I'm gonna send you some. I'm gonna send you some stuff on which some of the podcasts that I follow. So if you're some of the podcasts kasi na napapakinggan are yung mga psychedelic about yung mga mindfuckery. Basta parang what? Mga ganon. Yeah. A lot of podcasts are about comedy, humor, or whatever right. interest they do. But there are some really good shit in the podcast. Shit. people casually talking about basta, I can't even describe. So there.
Wow.
You
Well,
want-
I'm gonna look forward to this podcast.
Yeah.
The powerful Komiksman. No wonder. You know what? This room is, aside from his art, his paintings, the powerful Komiksman, he's got a lot of toys here that I don't know. I think he assembled. You have like, is that a kabuki? No, is that a Japanese warrior?
Yeah, that one.
That's a Japanese
Yeah.
warrior together with the mask that protects the face from the sword. I think is that Joan of Arc?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc.
Yeah, and
And Spartan warrior.
Spartan warrior. And he's got the Decepticons here.
Yes.
Completo.
I gave up.
Complete.
I gave up on the Transformer stuff. Actually, this is about it. There's a few more that's coming, but after that, I'm done with collecting.
Yeah, and he has
I
the,
don't have space anymore, and
he has the Vendetta mask.
yeah.
V is for Vendetta. Thought that I feel Oh, that's a Billie Eilish naman yun eh.
Oh yeah.
I like Billie Eilish, huh?
Mhm.
Man, that 17-year-old artist is...
Mhm.
She's so talented. I like her songs. They're catchy.
Mhm.
And she's the ultimate jailbait because she's 17, baby.
You want to sing?
Do I want to sing? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
come
play
on.
an original there. And going to work. Ain't calling in sick. Got newspapers with breakfast. It's like a lucky day. When you're real fine company. Real fine company. Real good company. Real fine company. Before I be your man, sure and take it as it comes. You know you cure my lazy bones. The days of blissfulness. When you're real fine company. Real fine company. Real fine company. Real fine company. kind of lift. Never needed to boost ya. Your groove me. What a cool motivator. With your real fine company. Real fine company. Real good company. Real fine company.
Alright. What do you call that song?
That's Fine Company. That's in Spotify from the second album.
Oh,
You
okay.
can find that in Spotify.
Can you tell us about so you've been with this with your band Blue Jean Junkies, right? So
Mhm.
how did can you tell us about more about the band and how you started and whatever?
Blue Jean Junkies started 1999
Oh, okay.
with some original members, and then after that, it just evolved
Mm-hmm.
from the original members of Chuck Fournier, Enzo Lim, Tony Bernardo,
Mm-hmm.
Edwin Coco, and then Sumgo entered. Lauren Orndine entered.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that revolved. John Brown eventually became an in-house member
Okay.
for quite some time.
Mhm.
So, and then, gosh, a lot of members, huh? I mean, after that, Kakoy left River Maya, and then after that, he played with Blue Jean for a while. The first gig was in Boracay. Stayed with us for a couple of years till he did his own thing. And then Bitoy Milan also on the drums.
Mm-hmm.
Miggy Matute came in.
Oh, okay.
Nathan Manansala came in, and Nico Dinglasan stayed. There were the longest mainstay members. And now, fast forward from 1999 to 2019, from the revolving members, I'm just grateful and thankful that once upon a time in my life that we've worked with each other, and as long as life isn't over, you'll never know if we'll work with each other again. And we still work with each other until now. So, bottom line is to keep the wheel rolling, to keep it consistent. Along the way, you don't want to clip anyone's wings.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's available is good enough for me. Like right now, like the guitar player and the bass player, Ian Lufamia,
Mm-hmm.
usually play with me on gigs that, like let's say Nathan or Nico cannot make,
Mm-hmm.
because even though that they've been with Blue Jean for the longest time,
Mm-hmm.
like what I said, you just gotta respect the priorities.
Yeah.
So kudos to them if they can't make it.
Mm-hmm.
But the show must go on, so on with the show for
Of
me.
course.
That I have, this is my priority.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody's in a mature level already of just accepting priorities in each other's character defects along the way, as we are all a work in progress.
Yeah.
And as long as the line of respect is not
Crossed.
crossed, then all is good. We learn from each other along the way, and things progress, which the way how life should be. We mature in a way that we're still young at heart, childlike but not childish.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So
So, how many members are there now in Blue Jean Junkies?
still four.
Oh, 4. So
Yeah.
you've always been
5 before.
5.
Because when I didn't hold the guitar,
Mm-hmm.
I was singing and playing harmonica.
Mm-hmm.
So when the first original members went their own way after about 4 or 5 years to pursue their own personal priorities, then and they had no time anymore for the band,
Yeah.
which is very respectable. I ended up holding the guitar, writing the songs, and had fun in the middle because what am I gonna do when I'm not singing? So I would construct chords
Okay.
on the parts that I wouldn't be singing. That's what made it fun.
Okay, I see.
That's what made it fun. But although simplicity makes things more accessible, but as an artist, I believe everything is a process that you have to scratch what itches you. Or it's not good to be in competition with anyone, but in competition with yourself. What I mean by in competition with yourself
Yes.
is, I'll speak for myself, that when you want to do something and somebody tells you, no, do this right away, you will not be satisfied until you scratch that creativity that you want to do. Or else you're going to be like, you'll never know what the grass felt like there.
Yeah.
You'll never know what the atmosphere felt like. You'll never know until you do what you want to do on your craft. And then it has its own process of where you'll go. That's why you determine where you'll go. I mean, the basic and fundamentals can be taught. Then it's up to you
To improvise.
to improvise. Yeah.
Make
To
it yours, right?
Yeah. I find it quite difficult to improvise until now.
Really?
I mean, sometimes I always want to be in the comfort zone, which is safe because you want to prove, like, if I'm gonna play something, I'm gonna play something that will show the best of my abilities, and you want to be in the safe ground where, because this is a sure audience clapper, right? This is a sure audience pleaser or something. Well, I guess in life, just like in life, it's one big balance.
Yeah.
It's one big balance, and at the end of the day, are you going to be happy? I mean, it's different when you finish playing and then you did what you wanted to do, and you're happy, even though if they clapped or didn't clap. And it's also good that they were pleased, because it feels good seeing other people happy.
Yeah.
So to get that balance, it's pretty much it's pretty much to the person's priorities. Goes back to priorities. What makes you happy at the end of the day? Well, I mean, that's why it's stages. It's a process. I mean, if one is content being, this is what I like, this is my bliss, playing this kind of music, then so be it. And then some, like for me, it's like, I want to do this now.
Okay.
Whether they like it or not, it doesn't matter. Because it's what keeps my head at level when I get up in the morning, and gives me confidence and self-respect on myself. And it keeps me inspired and makes me feel I'm alive. That's just my 5 cents worth of it. So yeah.
Well, you're quite known for the harmonica.
Right.
Can you tell us, because the harmonica is, especially here in the Philippines, it's not an instrument that's common, unlike the guitar, diba? So can you talk about the harmonica, what you like about it, and whatever.
What do I like about the harmonica?
Or what's some interesting shit that you can share about the harmonica?
Harmonica, I learned how to play the harmonica because After the first gig, 1992 at Club Dread Lower Timog, opening for Intro Voice.
Oh, wow.
On a Wednesday? Was that a Wednesday or a Friday?
Was that your first?
Anyway, Paco Arispacochaga gave us that gig.
Okay.
I believe we played Sunshine of Your Love, White Room, both songs by Cream, and a Black Sabbath tune, I think Iron Man and Paranoid, and then a Johnny Winter song called Cheap Tequila, which is rare and I love playing that song, and an original called Spirit World.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you had an original back then?
Yeah, because Paco said, I'll make you guys open for us. I'll make you guys open for us, but you have to play an original song. That was his way of making us progress, which it worked. So aside from that, I heard the ad-lib of Robert Plant in You Shook Me with the harmonica, and I said, I have to learn how to play the harmonica. That was the first harmonica ad-lib I learned how to play. And then it became The Wizard by Black Sabbath.
Okay.
And then Love Me Do.
Yun naman talaga eh. I think that's the most iconic harmonica riff, no?
Yeah. So it became You Shook Me was like something like that. That's an E, though. This was for G. So
there's something about the sound of the blues harp, no?
We're gonna jam later.
I'm not an expert in playing it, but I love it when when I do something and sometimes okay, maganda. Di ko na kayang ulitin yun.
Di ba?
Parang, paano ko ginawa yun, di ba?
You have a harmonica in E there for B.
Inspiration
cookies.
We can jam that.
Here I'm powerful, cosmic monster. Climbing all night just to get things up. And everybody come on in. It's been a long time, where have you been? Good time, yeah. Good time, yeah. Wait.
I didn't know the
Got quite
song.
carried away with that. I don't know the song too. I was just singing.
I thought you were playing.
I was just jamming.
Jealous again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was that feel.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's a compliment.
Oh, really?
That's a compliment. Oh yeah, jealous again. I guess there's no. You know what? There's no escaping the roots.
Yeah.
If one says, "Hey, I thought you were playing Jealous again," if you like it, then that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Because it's like I was like, what are you gonna play if you wanna jam? Whatever sounds cool to you,
Yeah.
right? So I guess you know where my soul is coming
Yeah.
from, man.
Wow.
Right?
Well, I've seen some of your performances. You were doing a lot of Stones, right? So,
Oh yeah, I love the song.
yeah. So in my previous band, that's the Rolling Stones is one of the bands that we cover a lot.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
were with
of course.
Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rolling Stones,
That's a
Johnny
Rolling
Winter. Yeah.
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 And you also got
among
the moves,
the
man.
among the Beatles and the Stones, I'm a Rolling Stones guy, but I love the songs of the Beatles.
Really?
I like the Rolling Stones. If God said you have to choose Beatles or Rolling Stones, I'm a Rolling Stones guy.
Mhm.
I love the songs of the Beatles.
So writing wise, are you Stones or Beatles?
I don't know. I'm me.
No, I mean their songs, the way they're written.
I'm far from the Beatles. Maybe picked up inspirations from them, though. I guess I'm
You.
the Rolling Stones.
Okay,
Yeah, me.
yeah.
Me. There's a lot of love in the Beatles, and you can't live without that.
There's a lot of Rolling Stones songs. Kasi right now, most even yung mga friends ko na minsan musikero din na hindi familiar with classic rock. Kung di yun yung genre nila, parang ang most of them know only Satisfaction
Right.
with the Rolling Stones, 'di ba? Pero yung Mick Jagger kasi and the guys, yung musicality that goes so deep, 'di ba? There's a lot of great songs na parang if you study Mick Jagger's techniques, do sa mga I'll take you to the top.
Yeah, I love that. Tops.
Diba?
Yeah.
Ang
Tattoo
galing
You.
Oh, yun.
Yeah.
Actually, that's my favorite album. Tattoo You. Tsaka yung Do it. No. Yung, actually, my favorite is the Don't wanna be a slave. That one.
What's that? Let's do that.
Do it.
She thinks I'm in the house.
Ang gulo eh.
So anyway,
well, the most iconic riffs are from the Stones, right? The most the best riffs, even Satisfaction. That's why it's so popular,
right?
diba?
Right.
And well, if you look into the library of songs ng Stones, there's a lot of, actually, if you're a singer, you should study Mick Jagger style eh. Kasi
Right.
ang dami niyang ano eh, yung acrobatics ng voice niya is iba eh.
Yeah, he doesn't have that high range.
Oo. Pero he can,
Though, you know, he
can bend his voice. So
he's got
oo.
he has his own style.
Diba?
So
From Sympathy for the Devil, diba? Mga ganun. Actually, those are the popular ones. The other songs pa nga, the less popular ones, dun mo makikitang nagsashine yung skills ni ano eh, ni Jagger talaga. And also the moves, which reminds, alam mo yun, when I see you perform, dancing on stage, it's Mick Jagger.
that was then.
Really?
Ever since I held the guitar, I don't move that much anymore.
Ah, really? Well, anyway, totoo.
But hey,
totoo.
I'm proud of my roots.
Of course.
Proud of what's this? The Rolling Stones, right? Should be proud of our roots.
Of course.
Jealous again? Jealous again?
Jealous Again by the Black Crowes,
Yeah.
another great band.
Yeah. So anyway, so what are we gonna do next?
You wanna sing another original?
Yes, I shall
Alright.
film this right here.
All right. Here's your phone.
No,
Oh, okay. Jared. Oh, thank you to the people watching.
yeah.
Please share the live stream. Share mo na rin kaya sa page mo. You
Yeah,
weren't able to,
I'll share what you post.
para mas dumami yung nanonood, para makita ng friends. Dito ka. So this is well, actually this is how this show goes talaga. We're just jamming, 'di ba? We're just tripping right here.
Exactly.
So we're just talking casually, and just having a good time. And then once in a while we play.
I'll share what you share.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Or you want me to live stream now?
I don't know. I thought you can share the live stream now.
Okay.
But
I'll record this first.
okay. No problem. Yeah.
What time is it? Okay, it's 8. That's back around 8:30.
Oh yeah.
8:05.
Yeah. May meeting ka pa nga pala, di ba? So,
Alright.
let's make the most out of this.
Right, make the most out of this. I'll share. Now?
Sige. Okay. Okay. What's the name of the song, man?
This song is my version of You Got the Silver.
Okay.
Some time. Tell me, honey, what will I do when I'm hungry and thirsty too, feeling foolish, and that's for sure. Just waiting here. Kitchen door. Yeah.
All right.
You got the silver, baby.
Awesome. All right.
Ay,
Nag-record. Don't
Nag-record
worry.
ba?
Yeah, nag-record. It did.
all right.
Nakita ko.
I'll share what your podcast.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
It also promotes your link. If I share it from your like page, it will promote your link.
yeah.
right?
Yeah, if you share from this live stream.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I can highlight
yeah, of course.
the link also. Pero
Thanks.
iba yung shared from your link.
Oo nga.
Right?
Hey, you were talking we were talking about earlier before we started about you were able to kick the monkey off your back with your addiction before. So can you what can you share about overcoming that that stage in your life, so maybe other people can learn from it?
If you feel that you're in a vicious cycle and you can't stop,
Mm-hmm.
you can either go on living that way. Hey, your call, man. You can go on living that way. I mean, you do that to yourself. I do that to myself. Or there's a way out. That seemed impossible.
How did you find the way out? What did it take?
It took a bottom for me that, in a way, I was fucking up. I was screwing up, and I was doing things that I wasn't supposed to do, till other people were affected, especially the ones close to me, on my actions, because I was numb. Because I was only thinking about myself to keep the habit.
Okay.
Now, when I accepted and surrendered to give this a shot, because I have nothing to lose, things started to get better, and I just told myself, I'll give this to a higher power. This is beyond my control. There's a higher power that can make me change this lifestyle.
Okay.
And I just believed in it. No matter, it isn't religious. It isn't religion. It's being spiritual, like psyching yourself, whether you believe in whoever God you worship. I don't want to sound religious, but you know, I just became spiritual. Every day I like surrendered to, like, hey, give me the strength to like be able to stay clean today. That was very important.
Are you
Because I feel that I couldn't have done it on my own. I had to channel some outside power that was greater than me and surrender it to him, that hey, I want to change, help me. My mind doesn't want to change, it still wants to use.
really until now?
No.
Okay.
During the time,
Okay.
until you relearn in your mind to not think that way anymore.
Okay.
It's just all, it's all in the mind.
It's
But
rewiring your
yeah,
your
it's
head.
rewiring, but though it's hard, it's not an easy thing, because it was used to a certain way of thinking. And that's the cunning and baffling part of it. And going back to, with me saying, did I hassle people along the way that I wasn't aware of? I believe the best apology is a changed behavior, then to keep on saying it in words. So the best apology, I believe, for me, is a changed behavior.
That's a great line. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's attraction rather than promotion, in a way that if I'm my own testimony of what happened in my life, I'm not trying to save the world. I'm not trying to say, hey, don't drink or don't take any mind-altering substance. By all means, ang sarap-sarap tumira, ang sarap-sarap uminom eh. Di ba? Ain't their fault that I fucking did too much, right? So I'm here now. This is for me, not for anyone. And for those, I humbly must say that for those who are very manageable with it, then good for you. Cheers, and huff, puff, and snort. Yeah. So, and huff, puff, snort, and toot, man. And shoot. Good for you. Good for you. I'm happy for you. With me, my focus is on me. So I want to stay here first where I'm at. And, you know, who knows? I'll be damned if I get hung up on the line and start like, hey, Nino's using again. Well, who knows? Abangan nyo, if ever. But today, I just keep up the good fight.
You said 5 years. 5 years. And,
5 years and 6 months on
months.
July 27.
Oh, congratulations.
So, this is where I want to be right now. And I'm in front of you. I'm here in the powerful Komiksman, so I'm on the right track.
All right.
That means I'm progressing, man. Yeah, put it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers
coffee.
to that. Coffee. Yeah. Ooh.
May I ask, how bad did it get for you?
Just as bad as everyone else's.
Oh, really?
Same story. I guess nobody's more experienced. There are stories like, oh no, I've been through a lot. I've been through this. I've been through that. I guess it's all the same. I mean, everybody wants a piece of salvation in their life. And if they found it through recreational drugs, so be it. Like I said, I have nothing against booze nor drugs. What happened to me is because of my decisions, and I'm owning up to it.
Oh, so, well, that's great. The first...
It's never the fault of the booze nor drugs. It's there. I mean, it's there.
If you don't use it, it's just there.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, nobody held me on gunpoint to say, hey, better smoke up. No. It's just, talagang masarap lang kasi. Chief, wow! Masarap lang, di ba? It's really masarap. Ngayon, ito yung trip ko ngayon, ito naman. Maybe it's a big balance in life, huh?
Alright. Okay, may oras pa tayo. So let's sing another song. We have that all. Thanks to everyone who's watching. Thanks to everyone who's watching. And who's gonna watch?
Let's play some blues.
Later. Okay. Are we gonna do some slow blues?
Okay. Yeah. What do you want in B? What harmonic are you using?
B or G or E. That's
That's
all I have.
Okay. Let's G.
G.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. I need warming up when I play harmonica. So maybe we can sing. You can do an impromptu.
Wait a minute. D, right? have today. Kiss those troubles away. Move on, let's work and see. Embrace what you have today. Time goes by another day. When I hear you play, there's a revolution in the air. Time goes by another day. Strut and playing on that stage. There's a revolution on each time around. Take it easy, baby. Take it easy, baby. Take it
Did you just come up with that?
Yeah, we came up with that.
Wow.
We came up with that.
What are we gonna call that?
No, it's a mix of the influences. Yeah?
Mix of the influences. So
Yes.
that sounds like a subtitle for a movie. Movie. All right. So almost 8:30, man. So any so you still have an appointment tonight, right?
Yeah, I have a
So,
meeting
yeah.
actually at 9:30.
Yeah. So
I didn't expect it to be traffic. Sorry, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna have to let you go in a bit. So
Yeah.
would you like to say something for the audience one last time tonight?
All what I can say is I like to thank the Academy. No, all I can say is thank you very much for the powerful Komiksman for inviting me here in his humble home.
All right.
And making me see all his prized possessions and toys and holy molecular structures.
Those are my wife's grandma.
All right.
So,
yeah, that must be very special and.
I didn't want to throw it away.
Yeah.
So might as well put it.
Yeah, it's holy. Anything that reminds you, for me, anything that reminds me to be holy is a good thing.
Of course.
Because sometimes in life, I believe I need reminders that there is such a thing
Yeah.
as a certain
Higher power.
a higher power that's existing. And sometimes I forget that. Until you see it, it's a reminder. And you'll never know when it'll come in really handy to save one's life.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a great realization. A lot of people actually would forget, right? So either
Right.
if you're a believer or not, it's sometimes it's just you forget that there's something bigger than you, right? And
Right.
You just
It
engrossed with whatever personal things is happening, and you get so tiny and you're boxed up in your little world,
Right. And it
So,
helps, right?
Yeah.
It helps to give it all to someone at the end of the day, because I believe even though if we're not alone at the end of the day and you sleep and you have a companion,
Mm-hmm.
but really at the end of the day we're alone with our thoughts.
Oh yeah.
When we close our eyes, even though if there's somebody beside us, 1, 2, or 3, or 5, you know, there's somebody beside us, we're alone with our thoughts, and it's like, so I guess it's being
even
human.
in a crowd, you
It
are
is.
still alone with your thoughts. So well, that's another
Right,
great realization, right?
And then it's like it's this, and then happiness is a state of mind, right?
Mhm.
Happiness is a state of mind. Okay, this is, others, I think being grateful and looking at the glass half full and not half empty
Mm-hmm.
helps a lot, because it's optimism and positivity. And obviously, you're going to attract
Yeah.
whatever it is that I'll think in my head. My mindset will determine my lifestyle.
Yeah, whether you
Or
whether
well, yeah.
whether you believe you can do it or not, you're correct, right? If you believe you can do it,
Yeah.
then you can. If you think you can't, then
Yeah. You know what's
Same
tricky?
goes.
You know what's tricky? I noticed when things are going well in one's life, in my life, it gets tricky, because I noticed in my 45 years of life, when one progresses, the ego progresses too, and it's quite tricky to know when to be teachable or know when to humble yourself and choose your battles, whether it be and to never mistake anybody's kindness for weakness, or to never mistake anybody's
Yeah.
kindness for weakness.
okay.
Yeah, because being courageous or manly can be proved in different ways, if it's constructive and you pick yourself up. It really, at the end of the day, it's you and your thoughts. Is it gonna be worth the peace of mind at the moment, or do you value your peace of mind more I notice the key element and the price for that is when you're humble, the more peace of mind and serenity you'll have, rather than feed the ego at the moment,
Okay.
right? I'm not saying that this is the way, but I noticed, I'm just sharing that
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you.
if somebody cuts you off in the street, in a car, you'll either want to get back at him or cut him off too, And then
And then what?
and then what? It could excel,
Mhm.
and lives could get shattered,
Yeah.
especially the ones you leave behind, or he'll leave behind.
Mhm.
And at the same time, will it be all worth it for that, for feeding the ego? Because even though if you get back at that person, there's still gonna be a certain, that's still gonna happen again
Yeah.
and again and again and again and again and again. And I don't know, but sometimes it's better to understand rather than to be understood. It makes you see things from above.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying this is the right way.
Well, I think it's a good way.
It works. It works for me.
Mhm.
It works for me also. That's why it's, choosing, it's making the right decisions. I mean, one thing, I'll quote Pepe Smith.
Okay.
You can take them all, but you can't do them all. You can take them all, but you can't do them all. He said that. That's one of the lines that I remember when he told me what he told me. You can take them all, but you can't do them all.
I would have loved him over here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and take them all.
Yeah.
But you can't do them all.
He was talking about what specifically when he said that?
When you try, you can open many doors of opportunity.
I see.
You can try this, you can try that, but it doesn't mean you're gonna be. It doesn't mean you're gonna be accomplishing in all. So
That's true.
Yeah, all things. So knowing your place is, I think, vital and essential in life.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
key.
Yeah, it's key, and
And the acceptance of this is what your skills, your skill set is good at, and sometimes just leave. Ano yun, parang maybe it's also something like parang magpaubaya ka sa iba. May ibang pwedeng gumawa niyan. You can't do everything by yourself or something
Yeah.
like that.
I guess it's also, I mean, that's what I mentioned earlier in like in someone's craft.
Mhm.
It's always a progress. Nobody comes out of mother's womb a full-grown man, right?
Yeah.
So even in the craft and art, it's there's a process to it in growing, maturing, and what you want. You can't like jump from like preschool to college, right? Or metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that school is a must.
Mhm.
Also, it helps. Of course.
Of course.
Yes, yeah, everything helps. Values. Well, I mean, whether
To some extent.
to some
please.
extent, yeah.
Oh.
So what matters is it's really a process. You can't, if people tell you what you want to do, like do this, do that. No, follow your heart on what you want to do.
Do
Then,
you?
Yeah, do you. And then after that, if you feel like it's the right time for me to do this, then do it. Because that's what I meant by you gotta scratch your own itch, or else you'll forever be like, wait, I didn't know. If you didn't experience that certain factor because you followed someone else,
Yeah.
then you'll forever be thinking, wait, what if I did this? What if I did that? So, making the right decisions is key, right? But hey, then again, it's never too late, right?
Of course.
It's never too late. No matter what age we are, age is just a number. There's always today to like, hey, I'm gonna try this now. I'm gonna try this now.
Yeah.
Right? This is like evolution. And right?
Yeah. Are we gonna play one last song before we wrap this up?
Okay.
And then I don't want to hold you too long because and then we.
us an A.
Alright, so that's it.
Cheers.
Thank you, Nino.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Longer
Thank you
next
also.
time.
Thank you also.
Yeah.
And
I hope I can invite you again. Hindi ko muna sasabihin yung mga pinaplano, but there are exciting things coming for Jamcast, Powerful Komiksman podcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna announce soon Basta, fingers crossed. Basta, a lot of great things. Hopefully, we push Pinoy podcasting sa mga masa, di ba? Kasi the things you just shared earlier.
What did I share?
A lot of things. You can watch it later.
Can you tell me? What stuck to your brain?
Well, you about you said some good lines about realizations.
Oh,
Realizations.
Yeah.
So those kinds of things. I'm sure a lot of people, or the people who were able to watch, appreciated those things. So right now, you got a meeting. I don't want to keep you.
One more.
One more?
One more. I'll share something. You know what?
Okay.
Life.
All right.
In the eyes of Nino, okay? I'm not speaking for the eye.
Okay.
I'm not speaking for others, okay?
Look here.
I'm speaking for me, okay? I mean, life is like the heartbeat monitor in the hospital. That goes up and down. I mean, it can't always be up. That wouldn't be living. It can't always be down. That wouldn't be living. It can't be on a flat line, because that definitely wouldn't be living. So it's up and down, just like that heart monitor.
It's dynamic.
And yes, dynamics. So it's being human and being alive. Acceptance and love. And a whole lot of rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know what?
Essential.
You know what?
That's essential.
Nowadays, I used to think of rock and roll as getting real, like, fucked up, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it goes with the territory. And then now, in my eyes, and in my humanity, I see rock and roll as just getting along.
Oh.
You know, just getting along and trying to keep things consistent. And rock and roll is an attitude.
And a lifestyle.
An attitude, a lifestyle. It isn't about how fast I could be in life, but it's the endurance.
Or how crazy.
Yeah, it's the endurance.
Yeah, okay.
It's the endurance to keep things up. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like I'm another brick in the wall by having a routinary lifestyle. I mean, having a routinary lifestyle is also a sign of structure. So structure could be either good or bad. If sometimes structure, I believe, could be oblivious to one that it's self-destructing. And that's the fun part, knowing how to snap out of it,
Yeah.
And it's a respect on each other's decisions and priorities.
Yeah, like you've been saying since we started, right? The priorities.
Yeah, it's priorities. And sometimes it's hard to accept, but in a way, it's just, at the end of the day, it's not going to be for anybody else, but for myself, because I believe my peace of mind is more important than to stress over something, right? Peace of mind is priceless. Money can't buy peace of mind.
Yes.
Even the billionaires in the world cannot buy peace of mind. At the end of the day, you have the big house, the cars, lovely ladies, lovely lady, and then at the end of the day, it's you and your thoughts. I mean, is that all worth it?
Is it as nice as your environment, your physical environment, what's inside your thoughts?
So what I'm trying to say is that it may not matter whether you're living, with this income or it doesn't matter. It isn't really the money at the end of the day. Money helps, of course. Of course, it helps a lot. it's a necessity,
Yes.
but it isn't everything.
Yes.
It's the only thing. Just kidding. The birds and the bees. You can do the birds and the bees. I want money. That's what I want. You give me money. Money can buy me everything. And I sure can take me all around the world. I want money. That's what I want. Money can buy me everything, but it can sure make my baby feel happy once again. I want money. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. A whole lot of peace of mind. That's so spontaneous. I love this. It's
Yeah.
just like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah, that's how we do it over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad you're liking it.
Yeah, exactly. I need to text. No. What time is it?
Oh, it's almost 8:49.
8:49. I
8:50.
need to be in Makati before 10.
Okay.
You think I'll make it?
If you're, I suppose.
Let's have a part 2
Yeah.
when I
we
get
will.
back after my US tour.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's definitely. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
We'll be doing again. We'll be doing it again. Seems like it.
If the schedule fits, no rush.
Of course. Whenever, you're always welcome to come back, and yeah, let's continue this conversation. And,
Thank you, Mr. Dorado, and the Powerful Comics Man program, iPod podcast. Rather. My mistake.
That's okay. Okay, so shall we?
I like what I said. That's a heartbeat monitor.
Oh yeah.
Life is really like a heartbeat monitor.
You
It's
just
living.
you just came up with that right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say it while I was explaining about Pepe Smith's. You can take him all, but you can't do him all.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that already on what I was gonna say, and then that's why I was like, inside me, I was like, what was I gonna say? Until I spoke to you, and then it went back in again.
I see.
So it just kind of floated around the room till it went into the brain. Okay.
Okay.
All right, everybody, signing off.
Signing off. Thank you, Nino Mendoza.
Houston, it's never a problem until you make it a problem, Philippines.
And with that, thank you. And thank you, and good night. Powerful Comicsman. Bye.